On today's episode of DAPA.DANIEL. Oh, is this a McLaren 720S? All right, that's a sign, guys. I'll try to point out, I'll try to drive through some of the, go through things around the amenity centers. Whoa, look at this tree. Oh, look at this tree. This is a cool tree. Actually, let me show you what an old, actually, I say old, the oldest elementary school in Frisco looks like. Since you guys have been nice and everything, we'll go through Preston Estates, because it is a 50 mile per hour, but just know we live in Texas, so it's really a 65. So that makes sense. What is this, bro? What is this mop on my head right now? Oh jeez, it's bad. I probably should get a haircut or two here soon. The flow is looking really flowy. All right, let's figure this one out today. This is now my part 6 of driving every street of Frisco. So welcome back, guys. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, maybe this series of driving every street, welcome back. Maybe this is your 6th time joining and you've been watching all the street videos. I'm starting over here off of Cut Cinemark over by the Dallas Parkway. This is the same area I started off when I did the Dallas Parkway down that street. So I just did like the last 2 videos was Parkwood, then Dallas Parkway. If you guys haven't seen the first part of this whole series where I'm driving down 423, kind of start with that one. If maybe you've just started your search around Frisco, you're trying to look into the city, maybe you're looking about maybe renting or buying a home or something like that. So start with those videos, and literally I'm just working it over east to west, or actually west to east. Sorry, I got my directions flipped backwards there. We're gonna kind of go over this 380 bridge and then right on to Preston. And I'm gonna point out like 14 different neighborhoods within here. Drive through a couple, and then hopefully, is that a Supra? That's a yellow Supra over there. And hopefully it doesn't rain on me. I drove, the worst thing is when I drive out to where I'm gonna start the video from, and then there's like tiny little sprinkles coming down, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Do I go for it, or do I just go home and cry? And today, I chose to go for it. So, we're going for it down Preston. So this is gonna be just the video going from 380, the top where Preston is. This takes us, if we go left up here, it's gonna take us over into like the Gates of Prosper, more into the Prosper area. But right is what's gonna essentially take us all the way down to 121, which I looked at the map, it's gonna be about a 20-minute drive. We're gonna start in Brenton Woods first. I did a neighborhood tour over that one. We'll start in that community, and then we'll kind of head to Preston Hills, go down a little bit further by Brinkman Ranch, point out some of the retail, the shopping, and just get some of you guys familiar with this area of Frisco and what's offered within here. All right, so now we are officially on Preston Road. So from the tollway over to Preston, not even 2 minutes, really fast. You just kind of go over the bridge and then down, and you're able to easily get onto Preston. And they got a whole bunch of like overpasses and bridges. So if you don't want to sit at the light there, you don't really have to. Now, for some of these communities on this left side, so when I go into Brenton Woods here, oh, is this a McLaren 720S? All right, that's a sign, guys. That's a sign. Whenever I see a nice car, like I'm on the way to go like record a video, I'm recording a video, I'm like, I'm in the right place. It's like motivation. But that was a 720. All right, we're gonna go into Brenton Woods, but this is what I was gonna say. The con about some of these neighborhoods on Preston, because Preston is so busy with things, and some of these neighborhoods are not gonna have lights to go out. So if you're coming from the neighborhood and turning out left, it's gonna be a pain. I talked about that in my video in Brenton Woods when I went into this neighborhood just a few months ago and toured more of it. So go check out my Frisco playlist. If you guys are looking at different cities too, I try to do the playlist by the city. So if you guys are looking at anything from like down south around Dallas to up north, I usually have a playlist for it. But let me go through here, just show you guys some of these homes real quick, and then we'll go into Preston Hills. But I'll also talk about one of the actives within these. I try to pull actives from all of the neighborhoods, but some of them did not have actives within them. Not many, but a good amount did. right. So that's kind of what the Trophy Signature house looks like, and then there is a Normandy builder within here. That was one of the houses as well. But Trophy Signature is going to have like that kind of that more square look to the houses. But within here in Brenton Woods, it's going to have an HOA of $600 semi-annually. It's going to have an active 5-bed, 4.5 bath, 3-car, 3,753 square feet, a 2022 new construction, currently listed at $980,000 at $261 per square foot. Going around the roundabout, there's the amenity center, and I'll try to drive through go through things around the amenity centers, but not all the neighborhoods. Some of the neighborhoods we're going to be touring today and going through and talking about are going to be a little bit older, so not going to have those amenity centers. All right, let's go this way. All right, now we're into Preston Hills. So Megatel is going to be like the main builder in here. It's a couple other builders. Sorry if I'm not able to pull like all the exact specifics within the neighborhood. I'm literally just going to be talking about some actives and then the HOA, but this is mainly just a video down Preston Road. It said it was going to take me 20 minutes if I just drove down Preston Road, and me driving in between all these neighborhoods and stuff, probably going to be like a 40 to 50 minute long video with things. But this is Preston Hills within here. Now within this neighborhood, that HOA is going to be $819 annually. There is going to be a power line structure, those things running through the back of here. Not really, I mean, they are by some of the houses, but not really cutting in through most of the neighborhood. They have their amenity center up on this left. And let me just keep going down this way. All right, so an active, whoa, look at this tree. Look at this tree. This is a cool tree. Wow. Love to see it. All right, so for the active in here, 4-bed, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage, 2,438 square feet, 2022 new construction, listed at $739,000 at $303 per square foot. So both of the neighborhoods, Brenton Wood and Preston Hills, are going to be right attached to each other. They're going to have about the same amount of home sites, though there's going to be higher end builder within the Brenton Woods compared to that. Megatel is going to be on like, if you got a ladder and there's the top of the ladder and there's the bottom of a ladder, they're going to be at like the first 2 steps of the ladder when it comes to quality. This is just what I've seen from families. Don't get mad at me, Megatel, but this is just from families that have walked in through Megatel houses compared to other houses, and that's how they feel. Now, there's still plenty of families building Megatel, but you do have some of those buyers that want the higher end stuff and some of those buyers that don't care. If you don't really care, Megatel might be the option for you. If you really want to be in Frisco, if you are trying to stay within a certain price point of things. Aesthetically, from like the curb appeal, it looks fine. It's just the inside when it comes to just like the fixtures, the cabinetry, some of the internal things that they use on the actual structure, stuff behind the wall that you can't see. All right, so now we're back on Preston. We're passing by a bunch of industrial complexes, businesses along here. Cowboys is over here with their big complex of stuff. There's a whole bunch of businesses within there. And then we're going over PGA Parkway, so turning right would take us over by the Fields of Frisco. Now, the Fields of Frisco is coming over these next 5 years. It's going to be a slow process. We're also coming up on the UNT building, the new building over here, which is going to be right connected with the Fields of Frisco, but the east side. So if you guys are thinking about the Fields of Frisco, just letting you know, the west side is going to be more of like the higher end stuff. The east side is going to be more of like the smaller living and like college life and things like that, because they're going to have some like university living within there. All right, this neighborhood is Crown Ridge, so let's go through this one real quick, and then I'll drive a little bit further to more of Preston. I want to show you some of the newer stuff that's on this northern side, and some of like the older things. This neighborhood isn't super old, but compared to the ones that we just went through, it kind of is. It's got this roundabout in it, but this is Crown Ridge in here. Let's go down this way. But for instance, Crown Ridge is going to have an HOA of $150 quarterly. They're going to have an active 4-bed, 3-bath, 3-car, 2,503 square feet, a 2006 build. It was listed at $698,000. It's dropped to $625,000 at $249 per square foot. And then there's also going to be Creekside at Preston, which is just going to be a little bit south of this. And then they do have a power line running through this side of Crown Ridge, through some of these houses on this side as well. But for Creekside at Preston, it's going to have like a similar look to this neighborhood, but the houses in there are going to be older. Creekside, however, is kind of closer into El Dorado Parkway, and El Dorado is that main road that if you guys been watching my videos for a while, El Dorado is one of those main roads that can take you all the way to Little Elm, over the lake. So there are some families that like living off El Dorado and choose to live off El Dorado due to that fact of it being like a big 4-lane, 3-lane road that allows you to travel pretty quick east to west. Not quite like a 380 highway, but it does allow you to move pretty good. There are still some schools along El Dorado which slows up. I try this right now, this video, I'm recording this at 3 o'clock to like 3:30, 3:40, in between 3 and 4 p.m. is what I'm trying to say. And this is right before like the school zones are about to start, so I try to get out here before that was happening, because once that is going, it gets kind of hectic on Preston. All right, so just another intersection having to travel through. All right, so Creekside is going to be up on this left side. Creekside at Preston, they're going to have an HOA of $95 quarterly. They're going to have an active 5-bed, 3-bath, 2-car, 3,484 square feet, 2004. Was listed at $620,000. It's dropped to $600,000 at $172 per square foot. On this right side, you're going to kind of see the building, a little bit of it, but this is the UNT Frisco campus here, which of course they bring this in when I've already graduated and left. This would have been I might have gone to UNT, to be honest, because of the price. Over here too, because I'm about to talk about, I just thought about colleges for here, but we're in Collin County, so all these neighborhoods you're looking at right now, so the beginning of this series, we started in Denton County. And if you live in Denton County, you're a kid, or if you're going to school and you're watching my video right now and you're going to college, it's going to be a little bit more money if you're thinking about Collin College because you live in Denton, but if you live in Collin County, it's going to be cheaper. But here's the UNT campus up on this right side, crazy big campus, and then they're putting in some more like little commercial stuff, and then you'll probably start seeing more of these trees get knocked out and things get built along there, and then they're building a light as well. But that's the UNT campus coming along pretty well. And then all this stuff in here is going to, not like along this road, but kind of on the back side is going to be the fields of Frisco, the east side, a little bit further where more of the hills are. On this left side, there's going to be a couple neighborhoods in here that I'm going to talk about. So La Terra is going to be the gated community on this left side right now. There's going to be really big houses in there, a really nice quality, really nice finishes. But there's no actives in there that I could kind of pull to show you guys. But within there, it's going to be $600 annually. And then on the other side of that is the Dominion at Panther Creek. That one's going to have an HOA of $555 annually. They have an active 4-bed, 4.5 bath, 2-car, 3,922 square feet, 2009 build. It was listed at $899,000. It's dropped to $877,000 at $221 per square foot. We're now going over El Dorado, so going right. We're only a couple lights from the tollway as well. So El Dorado is a main road that people like taking to get to the tollway. It does get very congested at times. There is a Costco right on that intersection, a whole bunch of shopping and a Target and those types of things. So headed towards that way, it seems like it should be a 5-minute drive, but before you know it, it turns into a 15-minute drive just from this intersection because of the amount of traffic at like 4 or 5 p.m. The mornings are the same type of way. During that day, in the middle of the day, it's typically fine, not a problem. The other neighborhood I was going to talk about that doesn't have an active, but right by the Dominion, is the village at Panther Creek. That one is going to have an HOA of $550 annually. Now we're headed into Preston Highlands. So this is one of the older neighborhoods of Frisco. This is also going to have the original elementary school within it, which is going to be Rogers Elementary. So way back in the day when Frisco didn't have a bunch of schools, this was the main elementary school. So let me show you. Actually, let me show you what the oldest elementary school in Frisco looks like from the curb. Okay, so see this, the school zone has started. So technically, is it okay to record on my phone? You're not supposed to be on your phone, but I'm not. Is this technically on my phone? Because I'm recording my phone. I'm using my phone. All right, so this is definitely the wrong way. So we're gonna go in through here and then show you guys kind of what that looks like. But let me exit out. So that's the neighborhood. I just don't want to get caught up in the line. School's getting on. They're actually letting out kids, so I'm not trying to actually get in the line to pick up a kid. And you can kind of tell from these houses, they're a little bit older. And then on this left side, you got the Preston Estates, and there's like acre-sized homes on here. I mean, there's like just like mansions. So it's a little bit of a contrast across there. I mean, that is a wicked house in there, but you can kind of see some of these. But this is Rogers Elementary School. And then across is some of these acre lots in here. But let me talk about Preston Highlands first. That one's gonna have an HOA of $475 annually. They do have an active in there, a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car, 2,122 square feet, a 2000 build, listed at $460,000 at $216 per square foot. Don't really know how else to get to that neighborhood. All right, this says do not enter here. All right, so down this road would take us into the Preston Estates, but as you can see, that's not gonna happen today, which is a bit of a bummer. Maybe I can go in back down Preston. Wow, that's gotta be annoying for those people that are living there. All right, just giving you guys more of a view of the Preston Highlands. But also look at these trees. These trees are so pretty in color. GMC, come on now. Come on now, you didn't need to take up that much side of the road. Come on now. All right, there's their little pool area. Let's see if we can go back in through this way. See, I would use the navigation map on my car, but my car is so old and I haven't updated the navigation that some of the neighborhoods I drive through don't even exist on the map. All right, we're back onto Preston. Since you guys have been nice and everything, we'll go through Preston Estates. That's fine. Yeah, sometimes hopping on Preston, you gotta be a little quick to it. So that's just the one downside, because it is a 50 mile per hour, but just know we live in Texas, so it's really a 65. On the left side is gonna be Brinkman Ranch. This is a huge ranch that I believe the family has just been slowly selling off parts of the land. And yeah, it's just a huge piece of land that kind of just is right along Main Street in Preston. All right, so they're just messing up everything in here right now. Oh man. Oh man. Well, I didn't really think this one through, because now I'm not going to be able to get back out that light. I thought it would be better there, but all right. Just enjoy the Preston Estates right now, because we'll be driving around this whole neighborhood, because I think this is the only way I can really get out. But yeah, you can tell on this side, roads are a little bit different, but that goes back into the no HOA. So, you know, if you are a fan of a no HOA, which I have talked with some families, and some families are like, what is an HOA? I don't know what an HOA is. An HOA, it's honestly, I think it's a good thing at the end of the day. Now, depending on like what you get with that HOA and how you're paying, that could differ, but HOAs are not a bad thing. They're just a homeowners association, so it just makes sure all the homeowners are like staying in line with themselves and not like parking RVs for 5 months on the side of the road. Because in a no HOA, you can do things like that. But they must be trying to expand this road, which I'm sure that these people are just so grateful about right now. All right, so I guess we'll just go in a big circle. Are they keeping this tree? Are they gonna keep this tree? I hope so. That's just, that tree looks like it's grown in the cement. Oh, this is a school zone. Just kind of jumps up on you. The school zones will get you guys. All right, so we're just gonna, we're gonna take another drive. I feel like I'm trapped. I really do. And the next street that we'll be coming up to is gonna, what is this person doing? What is this? What is this driving? Are you okay? Are you okay? Is that person okay? They just slammed on the brakes in front of the Alfa Romeo, and then they just slammed on the brakes again for me, and then she just gave me a disgusting look. I guess I'm the problem. I don't know. All right, but the next street we'll be coming up to is Main Street, and this one actually will take us, like, if we go left, that could take you all the way into like Allen, McKinney, down Stacy, and if we go right at Main Street, that would take you into like downtown Frisco, not even 15 minutes away. It's more like 5 minutes away from there. It kind of just depends on how you hit the lights. Because there's some of these streets around Frisco, you'll go like a good period of time and not have to run into a light, and then there's some other streets that I mean, it feels like you're running into a light every other minute. So this is back to my point of over like some of the neighborhoods along Preston. It just kind of sucks to live off of in some areas because just exiting and trying to get out of at certain times of the day. So like right now it's not too bad because we're before like 4 or 5 o'clock, but at 5 o'clock at this time, there's like a line. There's usually like lines forming to like jump on Preston if you're not like able to set at a light at an intersection. So just know that if you're gonna live off Preston, it's gonna be nice because you're gonna be able to quickly get into places that you want to without actually having to take the Dallas North Tollway. A lot of families that live off Preston don't even deal with the Dallas North Tollway because they can take Preston down, and it's a wide lane. It's a wide street, and you're able to kind of move pretty quick on it. So there's not really any point cutting across to get on the Dallas North Tollway to travel further down into like the mall. Stonebriar Mall, it's like, if we about from this area, it's probably about 10 to 15 minutes away. Right now we're passing Preston Manor, which is an older neighborhood. I did, if you watch my video of the neighborhoods neighborhoods homes under 400K, I started with that neighborhood first. So if you want to see more of that neighborhood, I'm just going to kind of get a little bit further into Preston because we're getting to about halfway through and I'm like 25 minutes in, so I'm not trying to make this the longest video ever. But Preston Manor's right there. It's going to have an active, it's going to have no HOA. It's going to have an active in it, a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car, 1,641 square feet. 1982 build. It was listed at $449,000. It's dropped to $435,000 at $265 per square foot. So within that one too, no HOA. So in that area of where like downtown Frisco is, up where the Preston Estates were, there's like going to be a lot of neighborhoods in there with like no HOA. This is like not the main shopping area, but this is where we're coming up onto like more restaurants, fast food chains. You got a Walmart along here. There's like some churches down here. More of like the community of things going on. Rather where we started, where it's not, I don't want to say it's underdeveloped, but maybe you guys noticed some of like the fields and the things around there. where like it doesn't have a bunch of commercial and that stuff. But now we're getting to the point where there's like a bunch of commercial. What's going on? Thanks, man. Thanks, man. It's like, it's a little dirty right now, but I appreciate it. Thanks, thank you. You too. That is hilarious. I can't sell the Z, guys. I can't sell. That guy literally said, and this was his words, not mine, that shit clean. That's what he said. He said that shit clean. All right, so going a little bit further down here, we're gonna come up on Stonebrook. So Stonebrook Estates, another older neighborhood along here that is gonna have an active in it, but it's not gonna have an HOA. So an active within there be a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car, 2,626 square feet, 1998 build, listed at $499,000 at $190 per square foot. This is Stonebrook now, so going right here would take you over into like where the police department is, just along that way, and where Frisco High School is. And then there's some like other strip mall areas in here, with some bigger shopping areas like Marshall's, Ross, Kohl's, some of those things along here. But just know, as we're driving down Preston, we're running parallel to the Dallas North Tollway. You're only a couple lights away. So most times if you're, you know, driving down Preston and you're wanting to get on the tollway, you're just gonna be maybe 5 minutes away from there. It's just a couple lights. And then there's gonna be Autumn Park, which is on kind of like the left side that we're passing right now. And that's they have an active in there, a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car, 2,626 square feet, 1998 build, listed at $499,000 at $190 per square foot. But that's gonna do it for most of the main neighborhoods that I wanted to point out that I thought are like reasonable for some of you guys, good neighborhoods, quality neighborhoods that some of y'all might be interested if you're looking at this area. Now, I also think that this is a pretty good area now that we're getting further south, a pretty good area that if you're looking, that maybe if you're commuting into Allen and commuting into McKinney, maybe that's where your jobs are. I think this would be, this east side of Frisco would be a pretty good area, and then living off Preston would be pretty nice too, because you can kind of get around to areas, and there's, you know, plenty of ERs, doctor offices. Why did I feel like I said that weird? Doctor offices. And then, you know, you're right off the tollway where there's still some other hospitals as well. There's a whole, yeah, there's literally 2 ER rooms across the street from each other. So if you're, you know, if you're looking at cities and you're trying to figure out where you want to live, and you're wondering if Frisco has hospitals, we've got plenty. Got plenty of hospitals. All right, more grocery stores here. There's going to be Hunt Middle School. We're going to be coming up on Lebanon Trail, the high school. That's along here too, all along Preston Road. Tom Thumb is up on this left side. There was the school there. I'm not going to cut along that way. We're also getting into like better restaurants too. So like you still got like your restaurant chains, but a little bit nicer, like La Hacienda Ranch is along here. You got what else? That's all. Hooters? Is that? I don't know. I don't care about that one. You got Chewy's, Rodeo Goat, or Goat Rodeo. Those are some of like the nicer food areas. Now that we're getting closer to the mall, we're going over John Hickman Road. Going right would take you to Wade Park, where that big development is going to be coming in. And then we're coming up on Warren here, so going right would take us over to like where the Frisco Star is, and those things. So that's about like 3 lights away. Spring Creek Barbecue, that place slaps. It's pretty good. There's plenty of barbecue as well. I'm not when it comes to barbecue, I don't know. Like I get families that come in and they're like, oh, they want to try it because they're coming into Texas. They're like, oh, I want to try the barbecue. I want to try the barbecue. But the best barbecue I've come across is Hutchins, which is in McKinney. Like some of these people, like Hard 8, I think Hard 8 is hyped up way too much. It's so expensive. I'm like, I don't want to, it's too expensive. It's like, rather just go to Dickies. Oh, is that a Lamborghini Urus? Satin black? That's the vibe. So we've seen a 720S, a Lamborghini Urus. Guys, did I mention Frisco has money in it? A lot of money in Frisco. All right, so this is now the main area. This is also where a lot of accidents happen along here because people aren't paying attention. Usually this gets backed up on the weekends. There's bad traffic through here because of the amount of people going to the mall. But yeah, this is gonna be like the main shopping, like the heart of Frisco, where all this stuff is. Now that might change once the Fields is here and more people over in that area, but for right now, this is where like the Stonebrook Mall is, where a lot of people come out to. So actually we'll just hop right in to where the Stonebrook Center is. And then if you see the road going over the top, that overpass up there, the bridge, that is Sam Rayburn Tollway 121 along there. So this whole video is taking me 35 minutes, and that's me cutting in. So about 20 minutes seems right. Seems fair to say. All right, and now we're at the Stonebrook Mall. So let's just go along here. And this is Macy's. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for Preston Road. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want me to tour any other neighborhoods, any other builders, any other communities, let me know down in the comments. If you stayed all the way to the end of this video, thank you guys so much. Other than that, peace out, y'all. Take it easy as always. I'm actually quite impressed with myself right there because that was a pretty good outro. I did not mess up. I feel like I didn't mess up at all. Now I'm kind of messing it. All right, bye guys. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me, Daniel, at the Home Expert Team. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.